Priest on the button right away in the 15. Just past a couple of cars. He's found a way. He's found a way around.
And going back to Daniel's fire that he had in the right front there, and it wasn't big, obviously. It wasn't too concerning, obviously, or they would have been on top of it. But I think what you're going to see is a lot of these guys, because of the new cars, because of how tight the corners are, they're scared of getting loose in, so they're dialing a bunch of front brake in this car just to be conservative. They'd much rather the front tires lose grip than the back tires lose grip on entry.
You hear how far down on RPM they get when they get back in the corners, almost some gear lag right there. You can hear it trying to find that grip up off the corner. Easy on that gas pedal. Track feels slick.
Now, I have to ask, you're not even thinking about shifting here, are you?
I don't think you have time to worry about shifting. I think if you're taking one hand off the wheel and somebody touches you, you're going to make your problem even worse.
However, new gearbox that they're using this year, new transaxle 5-speed transmission, and probably only in second gear. That's something that's different than anything that I've ever seen since I've been in this sport.
And not the traditional H pattern, sequential gearboxes this year, which we saw guys in testing. Even Eric Amarola driving one of our cars had a scenario where he went to go from second to third gear, and when he went forward with it, it went back to first instead of third, over rev, had to change engines.
No, that is a no-go.
No, not at all.
Very unhappy with Valtteri.
Not near as unhappy as the engine builders that build those and have to fix it after we get them up.
You know, the old standard H pattern that we've always used, pretty self-explanatory. That thing, it would be easy to do that. You get behind in your gears, you make a huge mistake.
I didn't know you could money shift one of those, but yes, I guess you can.
Yeah, not the right direction, not money making, money spending shifts.
Right.
Some more wheel lockup right there. 12 car, Ryan Blaney.
Tell you, this third group is a lot more aggressive to the track than the first two were.
That kind of tells me two things. They've watched those guys a little bit more confidence there, but I think the track's cleaning up. See another wheel lock up with the 12 car Ryan Blaney. You got to be careful doing that. You flat spot that tire, and that'll ruin that set of tires.
G. Stenhouse to the inside of Michael McDowell. Makes a pass.
When you lock a wheel up like that, there's a couple things that happen. You can feel a vibration. If you can feel it 9 times out of 10, you went too far and you need to pit because that thing's going to blow out on you. But slowly but surely, kind of tiptoe into the next corner. You saw him give up and let Chase Elliott go. You'll gain some confidence back in the grip of that thing and the way you'll go. Or it'll blow out and ruin your day.
Ryan Priest fastest in this session.
And I think there's a logical reason for that. Ryan Priest is an excellent modified racer from the Northeast, used to running places like Wall Stadium, Stafford, small tracks, tight corners, knows how to figure out how to get the car to square the corner up where you can get on the gas.
Great point right there. Right at home with that race car. Very aggressive, bull ring, just like he grew up doing.
Something to your point of blocking up the left fronts, the only saving grace I think that will help these guys when they do that, because it's such a small track and because the mile an hour is slow, they're not sliding it as far and they're not sliding it as fast. So I don't think the damage to the tire is as bad as we would see it at a road course, for example, or Martinsville, where you're running faster on the entry and have a longer braking zone.
Watch your Kyle Larson, who is now our defending NASCAR Cup champion. Last race of the season, Phoenix, and that was the money stopper right there. That gave Kyle Larson a chance to drive away and secure his first Cup Series championship. Right now, Larson is up to 4th on the board. Chase Elliott now fastest in this session, 2nd overall.
Looks like he's picking up with that whole organization right where they left off. Going to the top of the board, it's going to be hard to handle.
So we mentioned the 14-second mark. 8 drivers, the top 8 drivers down through Stenhouse at 14 seconds or better. You're going to need to run that fast if you're going to win one of these qualifying heats tomorrow and set yourself up to win the Busch Light Clash.
And I'm really excited. After watching these first three groups, I see something in watching the lines that these guys are driving. The guys that have confidence in their car, they're able to really stay out late, open their entry up, square the exit up. There's drivers that haven't got that security or don't have that confidence yet, that are having to turn in early, get down on those strips, but they really struggle center exit of the corner. And I think guys that even in the race, when they're racing each other, if they're trying to protect and guard that bottom on entry, they can't guard the exit that way as well. If you give up on the entry, you're going to give up on the exit.
So everyone is learning, and the track surface is improving. Remember, nobody's ever raced on this or driven this at race speed until this morning. 7 of the 10 fastest speeds are from this third group.
Pretty stout third group, too. I'm going to say that. Last year's champion, Chase Elliott, year prior's champion, got some good cars in this group. But I love the parity that I'm seeing in this all the practice sessions, really. Some guys that I didn't necessarily expect. Ryan Priest, 5th on the board. Cody Ware in that car. That's good effort out of those teams, and I'm glad to see it.
And I really believe we'll have a much better read on the entire field once we see the second round, the entire second round go. The first group, absolutely green racetrack. We can actually see the color already starting to change in the track just a little bit. It's starting to dull up a little, so it's getting that shine off of it. The first group probably had the worst racetrack. Second group, it was a better track. The third group, much, much better. So I think the second round coming up, we're going to definitely have a better idea of what this field really stacks up and looks like.